everyone. It is Saturday, May 30th. Only one day after day left in May, and we'll be headed into June. I thought I'd show you a couple more interesting things here in the office. That's my instrument wall. You've seen that several times. You can see my stack of boxes that I keep. This is my sorting system for all of my different kinds of priority rate boxes that I use to ship out products from the website. You can save a lot of money knowing which regional boxes to put stuff in. Most people don't even know that the post office has regional rates. It ships by distance instead of weight. And then I've got large, medium, small, flat rate boxes, padded envelopes, and all that kind of stuff. It's just I'm better supplied than and stocked up than most post offices are. And the post office is great. They actually will send this stuff straight to my house, free shipping supplies. And so that's pretty cool. But right around the corner from there is my old baseball wall. These are my minor league and little league teams. And this is actually my little league team when I played on Electricom. That is me right there in the middle. And there are several. The Mosman boys are in that picture. And Darren Wilson, Chris Thurman. There's just a lot of neat guys in that picture. Mr. Wilson was our coach. I actually ran into him in Walmart in Paoli, and it was great to see him the other day. We chatted quite a while. He wasn't sure who I was at first with my gray beard. He said we'd both gotten older. There are the mitts that I played with when I was a kid, and Dad and I pitched and caught a lot of balls. My dad, his friends have always told me he was one of the best baseball hitters they'd ever seen. And he taught me how to pitch and hit, and he could catch and throw and hit both ways. He was a switch hitter, and he could also put a right-handed glove on the opposite hand and be able to throw both hands. And he sometimes would even catch me barehanded when he was teaching me to pitch if we didn't have gloves around. So Dad was always tough, and he was always one of our assistant coaches who would help in the dugout. Oh, that's one of the trophies that we won over the years. And then this uniform that we have on there is actually this uniform right here. My mom saved it for years and years and had it in a box, and she brought it to me not too long ago in this shadow box. So that was a great gift from Mom, and I've got that old uniform from my childhood. And then this is a picture of Judah when he played baseball. Larry Hardman was his coach, and he had a great time. Electricom is still in business, of course, there in Paoli, doing a lot of good work. In fact, they're helping to install the fiber optic line out by our house right now, even up here in southwest Lawrence County. And then this is when we played for Indiana Handle Company. And that team was when I was just a little bit older. And Jeff Kendall and actually Pops Kendall, Dale Kendall, helped coach that. And there I am standing next to Bobby Kendall there, who I spent a lot of time with after that, singing and all kinds of stuff Bob and I have done together. So there's your sports history for the day. Also, this is a leather fly swatter. That's one of the things that we enjoy selling as part of our leather shop is our leather fly swatters. In fact, Evan and Chris just ordered a couple of those, and they got delivered up into Ohio where they're at. Hope you boys are enjoying them. Anyway, that's it for now on the history. Hey, a couple of updates. I told you probably 2 weeks ago now that Becky Sprinkle had recorded some videos that we were going to try to lay down some other tracks to join her in the collaboration. So I chatted with Sally today, and I have talked to Eric, and the two of them are going to join Becky and I, and I'm hoping within a couple of days here, maybe next week sometime, we'll have a 4-part collaboration of guitar, mandolin, banjo, and bass to put together in one of our little 4 boxes collaboration kind of thing. So Sally's currently working on hers. We'll hand it off to Larry next. Becky and I have done our parts, and so I think that'll be a lot of fun, and we'll get that to you next week sometime. All right, Larry's motivational connection of the day for Saturday, May 30. Our good friend Becky Larison Johnson, she shares this JFK quote. John F. Kennedy said, "One person can make a difference, and every person should try." I agree. Very well said by JFK. Glad Becky brought that to our attention. Larry adds this: What difference will you make? Thought, word, or deed? Pick as many as you like. I told Larry I love that line, pick as many as you like. He says it's one of the Larryisms. If you've not been around Larry very much, you'd enjoy his Larryisms a lot. He has some good ones. So that's Larry's for the day. Okay, we did a little bit of history here in the office. Tomorrow's going to be Old Hymn Sunday, Volume 10. And so if you got any requests this evening after you see this video, send me some requests for your old hymns. I'll probably do a couple of a cappella collaborations just with myself. And then I'm also going to probably do some on guitar. So I had a request, and I also heard it on the radio this morning, for Wabash Cannonball in a good bluegrass rendition kind of style. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it up in the key of what have I got it in? See, I guess I'm going to have it in the key of D flat is where I have it. I wanted it just a little bit higher. This is going to make the very top note in this an A flat, which is kind of bluegrassy sounding. Maybe a really, really high tenor would have done it in A, so it was be an A or a B flat. I could do that, but you don't want to have to listen to it. It may crack your speakers out. So this will be pretty high and fast the way it is in this bluegrass version. I'm always telling Colin and my other kids to learn to appreciate music in all kinds of styles. Bluegrass might not be for everybody, and it's not my very favorite style of music. My favorite style of music will forever and always be a cappella chamber choir music. But I do love this instrumental stuff. So here's Wabash Cannonball, kind of bluegrass style. From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, she climbs the flowery mountains over hills and by the shore. She's mighty tall and handsome, she's known quite well by all. She's a regular combination on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands over hills and by the shore. The mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobos call, traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. She came down from Birmingham one cold September day. As she pulled into the station, you could hear the people say, she's from Tennessee, she's long and she's tall. She came down from Birmingham on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands over hills and by the shore. Mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobos call, traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Here's to Daddy Claxton, may his name forever stand, and always be remembered in the courts throughout the land. His earthly race is over and the curtains round him fall. They'll carry him home to Dixie on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands over hills and by the shore. The mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo call, traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands over hills and by the shore. Mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo call, traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. All right, there's my attempt at bluegrass for the day. If you don't like that, if you like the old hymns better, hang on, they're coming tomorrow. All right, have a good evening.